Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not even going to say billy goats, cats, rabbits, turtles, and frogs.
You just did. Why?
You never know who's listening. Welcome to the Perfect Pair podcast. Rock-T is who I be.
And I'm Krystal, Rock-T's better half.
And if you guys are just new to the podcast real fast, you probably say, why do you guys call yourself the Perfect Pair podcast? First of all, we're far from perfect.
But we're perfect for each other.
And we've learned to be perfect in our marriage. We've learned how to have a perfect, non-perfect marriage.
Right.
And as we say in the intro, we just use our examples and our story to let you guys know how we handle and resolve certain things in our lives. And it works for us. Mm-hmm. And you're welcome to try some of these things and hopefully it works for you. So on that note, this is going to be a really fast episode this week because, one, what she's about to get ready to talk about ain't going to take long.
Are you serious?
It ain't going to take long.
Rocky.
It's not. We're going to get right to the point.
We're going to see.
Absolutely.
We're going to see.
Now, if for some reason it does stretch out longer than what I think it's going to stretch out,
it won't.
Then we'll just kind of, we'll handle it we'll cross that road when we get there.
Okay.
So we're going to be talking about woman.
Oh, I thought you was going to make it without saying it. What would you change about your spouse?
Ooh, I told you. It's going to be quick.
You really think it's going to be quick?
It's going to be quick.
Not for me. I'm like,
we finna get into it. Perfect Pair podcast starts right now.
Okay. I will say should I let you go first about me or should you want me to go about you? Go about me. What would you like to change about me?
There's no other information you're going to give me. That's it? Just that question?
Because I feel like a lot of people in marriages right now, there's things that they want to change about their spouse. Mm-hmm. And I think that the way you go about that, it should be a little bit different.
Right.
When you say that. Because I know for me, in our marriage, especially at the beginning, there were so many things I just wanted to change about you. Mm-hmm. Really, I'm being honest. I really wanted to change so many things about him because I just wanted him to do certain things a certain way. Like, Rocky's easygoing, going with the flow. So, if we make plans to do something and something disrupt the plans or his time management is off because it still is, it always is.
Sure is.
It's off. I'm like, babe, no, we have to do this. We got to do this. I get frustrated and I lose my shit half the time. Okay, no. And I'm going crazy. Rocky be like, that's no big deal. I just be like, I wish he would just care. Change the fact that he just wants to just go with the flow with everything. We need this to go like this.
Gotta flow like water.
I hate that when he puts stuff together, he never wants to use the instructions. He just wants to look at pictures and be like, I got it. But we got all these different pieces sitting right here that's not on this. Something is going to fall apart. Why won't this man use the damn instructions? It's right here.
It never falls apart.
He got a point there.
I'm just saying.
You remind me of my dad when we were young, put our swing set together.
Yeah.
There was these big screws gone. So me and my sister get on the swing set to go. All of a sudden, my sister pushed me all the way up, and I go flying off, and the pole going with me off into the field. And I'm like, my mama's like, Howard, what are you doing? He's like, oh, shit, I guess I did need those screws. Yes. Why did you look at the instructions?
Your daddy almost killed you.
Right. That doesn't even make sense.
Oh, that ain't funny.
It's not. I really hurt myself. I was scraped up and everything. Really? I didn't get back on that swing set. I didn't. Because I didn't trust it. It still was leaning a little bit. No.
What did your dad say? He said what?
He said, oh, damn, I must need those little nuts or something he called it. Yes. It's called reading the instructions. He had a whole bag full of lug nuts that wasn't together.
Oh, man.
So, to me, that I guess what triggered me, because I'm like, you need to read the instructions no matter what, because we don't need stuff falling apart, this and that. And I would be frustrated because you wouldn't do things the way I wanted you to do things.
Right.
And that's what, and listen, therapy helped me with this part too.
Thank God for therapy.
Rocky.
Amen.
No, I'm serious. Because and then, right around when I started going to therapy is really when I found God. I found God a long time ago and was baptized a long time ago. But when I got married, when you start really hitting like your lowest points, I feel like is when you kind of really start finding God. If y'all don't find y'all God, well, whoever God you serve, it's the universe, if it's the ground, whatever it is, whoever you praise.
Right.
But I know for me, when I served my God, like I really surrendered to him. And I was just like, man, like, what am I doing wrong? And I went to my therapy session, and I was just telling her, like, I just wish he would just stop. I wish he would just change the way he is. I want to change this, and that. Because she asked me, what would I change about you?
Look at this.
And so I was listening to all this stuff. She was like, have you ever, she said, so when you pray, are you praying to God to change him? I said, yeah, for me to change him. And she said, that's your problem. You trying to change him. No human being can really change another human being.
Message.
Period. And see, the God I serve, I feel like can change another person. But she also said, why would you ask God to change his creation? Because he doesn't make any mistakes.
That's deep.
So why are you asking him to change his creation? So I was like, dang, do you want him to change you and how you are? I said, well, I'm a little off, so maybe a little bit better. She was like, really, Krystal? I said, okay, technically, okay, I'm good. You're right, you're good. God didn't make no mistake with me. She's like, exactly. She said, what I think you should start doing, changing your prayers to saying that, God, can you help change the way I think so I can help understand why my husband does the things he does?
Ooh, that's good.
So help change me to be able to handle and understand why he's doing what he's doing. So when I see you, because it's really when he's putting together, because she was like, when he put together the crib, when he put together the stuff for the baby, were you kind of anxious? I said, yes. She said, has your baby fell out the crib? I said, no, but I was afraid he was.
You putting all that on yourself.
I did.
All that extra stuff.
She was like, can I ask you this? Does your husband show up for you every time? I was like, yes. When it's something important, does he show up? I was like, yes, he does. Now, just because he's not doing it the way you want him to, doesn't mean he's not doing it. She was like, so a lot of times when we're acting like this and we're frustrated and wanting to change our spouse, we're wanting to change them to be more like us instead of like themselves.
That's deep. That's strong.
Right?
That's because you want,
right.
You stuck in your certain ways.
Right.
And you want your mate. How come you can't act like me?
Do it the way I want you to do it. Like,
exactly.
And that's what it is. So it's almost like how you fold clothes. Don't fold them. We already had that. Don't fold them because I'm going to do it because I do not like the way you fold clothes. I don't like the way anybody fold clothes in my house, period. So I'll be like, let me fold them.
Right.
So you don't have to fold them. But it's just like, that's the problem. That's the reason why I don't want you folding clothes because you don't fold the way I do.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm trying to make you fold the way I do instead of me making you do that. I do it.
Right, because if you made me do it, if you asked me to do it, you're going to get mad anyway.
Right, and I'm going to redo it anyway.
And then stay mad.
Right. And because I got to redo this stuff that he could have did right the first time.
That you asked me to do, and you know right. I wasn't going to do it your way anyway.
Right, that part. So that's when I started to realize, like, dang, I am trying to change God's creation when I shouldn't be. And I need to be trying to change the way I think, the way he does things. And try to get oops, sorry, I burped. My bad. I felt it coming, but I was trying to go all the way through it, okay? But
she trying to keep going.
Rocky,
I think shut up.
It wasn't loud, but just in case y'all want to know what that little blurp was.
Oh, man, it's all good. Better out than in, Jack.
But yeah, so I realized that I started praying more for me to have a better understanding with you. Now, I would, and there's times I prayed for him to have a better understanding for me. Mm-hmm. And I remember, this is how I know prayer works. This is when I really realized prayer works.
Bring it on home.
Because I was really frustrated about how our kids was cleaning the house. Because there's I just like my house, especially my kitchen, cleaned a certain way.
If y'all ain't noticed, she's very picky when it comes to cleanliness, which I love about her.
But there's a way I like my kitchen clean. And my daughters know that. But for some reason, they still choose to do it the way they want to. And Rocky doesn't see it a big deal. But it's a big deal to me. And this is where I was frustrated at. And then he kept trying to like throw me off like, it's not a big deal. It's just the kitchen. We don't have to worry about that, this and that. I thought I was so frustrated. I didn't want to be around none of them. When I say none, everybody in the family, including them kids. I didn't want to be around any of them because they don't want to listen. I actually went to myself and I started praying like, God, can you please, I don't want you to change him. Help him understand why this is important to me.
It's a big difference. It's
Like,
a big difference.
So it wasn't to change him, but I needed him to understand why this was so important to me. And why I just have the house clean, because if I can't have the house clean, I can't rest easy.
Right.
I can't sleep. It's anxious. It's just a lot of going on, and then I wake up. I feel like I'm stressed. I go to sleep stressed. I wake up stressed just because of the house being a mess. So I was like, I just help him understand why I want and I need this house clean. We went to go see, was it Eric E. speak, the you know that motivational speaker?
Oh, yeah. Eric Thomas.
Eric Thomas.
ETZ in the building.
Went to go see him speak. This man, I promise, I've never met this man. He don't know me.
Come on,
Can
E.
of paint.
Come on, E.
He sat there and started explaining to he told a story about his wife. His wife was like, you know what? She was like, I can't function right now because my kids won't get this house together. I need them to do the laundry. They won't do this and that. He was like, she was so frustrated to the point she was mad at the kids. And I'm thinking, like, what's the big deal? He was like, but when we get in that bedroom, it's a big deal because she don't want nothing to do with me. She got the pajamas on, the bonnet on, this is and that. She ain't trying to fool with me. I don't get the rub down. I don't get my dinner good. I barely get a half little plate, this and that. He was like, so I was like, you know what? I understand. He said, I had a meeting with the kids. Hey, look here. This is what we're going to do.
That's it?
I need y'all to make sure this house is clean because I need my wife back in this house. I need her back happy.
Come on now. Yes, sir.
When I tell you, I looked at him.
She just showed it.
I just was like,
I read it all. I felt it all,
thank
too.
God. And the crazy thing is, my kids were there, too.
Yep, they heard
They
it, too.
were there, too. And I turned around, look at them. And so, I was like, we got home. He was like, all right, y'all, it's time to have a meeting. It's time to have a sit down. Yeah.
Let's get together.
Because you ain't getting none. And I ain't making you a plate.
Yep.
And I'm going to cook for me.
She sure will.
So you figure it out. And, I felt, and when I tell y'all this is a true story. I literally prayed before we went to that event. I was in the closet and I cried because my feelings, I was really bothered. I was upset and was crying and I was praying and asking God. And I went back into that closet and said, God, you are so good.
You thanked him hard.
I was like, you are so good. He was like, because what y'all not going to do is mess up what I got going on.
Right. Absolutely.
And I was like, exactly. So my point to you is it's the way you say it and the way you pray about it. Don't so much change them, because I don't think we just trying to change them to do stuff our way. They may not do it our way, but they may still show up all the time. If they're always showing up for you, they're always on time, they're making sure you're fed, they make sure your clothes are washed, they always make sure your bags is packed, they're doing this on time, they're doing their job.
You're praying to have that understanding, to be
Right.
able to have an understanding.
Let me understand, like if you have, like me, I feel like now, I don't know if you prayed about it, but I do feel like after my therapy sessions when I was having it, when you realize what really happened to me,
Right?
When I literally didn't have any more secrets with him, I felt like he had a way better understanding of why I reacted the way I did, why I dealt with situations the way I done, because I came from a lot of pain and abuse. So the way I respond is as such.
Right. Today's episode of the Perfect Pair Podcast is sponsored by PayPal Honey. Yes, the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or your computer. Let me ask y'all a question, man. Have you been feeling the impact of inflation? I already know the answer to that question because Krystal and I have been as well. You're not alone. The craziest price hike that we've noticed has to be them doggone eggs. Man, eggs are high right now. And gas is crazy. Well, we can all thank Honey because manual searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it fits to your cart directly. It's crazy, man. So imagine you're shopping on one of your favorite websites, okay? When you check out, the Honey button appears and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. Wait a few seconds as Honey searches for coupons it can find for the website that you're shopping on. And if Honey finds a working coupon, you'll watch the price drop instantly. It's amazing. It's crazy, man. Like, I was on Amazon the other day shopping, and I bought me a pair. It's like a top and bottom sweatpants set. Like, I like to be comfortable, in my daily attire of clothing. And I saw this sweat top and bottom, and I'm like, yo, I like that. I put it in my cart, and right before I was about to get ready to check out, PayPal Honey button popped up, and I clicked apply coupons, and they did a little searching thing or whatever, and saved like $9. So I was like, whoa, this is dope. I love it. I'm going to continue to do that, and you should as well. Here's a cool thing about it as well, man. Honey doesn't just work on your desktop. It works on your iPhone also. Just activate it on Safari on your phone and save on the go. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out. Trust me, do yourself a favor and support the show. Get PayPal Honey for free at joinhoney.com/perfectpair. That's joinhoney.com/perfectpair. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to tell you.
What would you change about me?
Dang. I thought I was about to get ready to wrap that thing up, man.
No, say it real quick.
All right, so this ain't going to take long.
Right.
You've already done it.
Oh.
So there was. I'm gonna say it like this, the same thing, man. When we started really getting serious, I got on my knees and I prayed to God just to give me signs of let me know that what I'm feeling inside is real. Because I fell hard for you, and then there was mainly two things that I used to always pray for me to kind of similar to get an understanding of how you are, because these two things was frustrating me. And I know, me, I'm a go with the flow like water type guy. I don't let stuff bother me. And if it does bother me, I don't stay there long. But these two things used to bother me. I'm like, man, I don't even know if I can keep going like this.
I already know what they were.
One of them was your short, snappy attitude. Like you wouldn't, okay, let's talk about it. Let's discuss. You just go from 0 to 10.
Right.
Like what happened to 1 through 9?
I know what that was.
And it was like, if you're not happy, I'm not happy. But if you're not happy because you let little things bother you, she's like, now she's like a freaking 11. Because a lot of little things don't bother, but she used to let little things bother her all the time. And I'm like, man, that bothers me.
Right.
And if we're both bothered about stuff, this ain't gonna work.
Right.
The other thing was the drinking.
I knew it.
This woman used to be a lush. But one thing that
I still have me a drink though, y'all.
No, see, but one thing that I learned about you wasn't a lush, just I want to get drunk just to be drunk.
Oh yeah, I wasn't like that.
You wasn't like waking up every day trying to drink.
Oh no,
you wasn't an alcoholic or nothing. But you were just kind of like, you could tell you had a lot of pain. And you were just drinking to cover that, to numb that pain. And you would go out just to numb that pain, to take your mind off stuff. So I learned that about you as I, especially when I like started really falling in love with you. And I'm like, okay, I see where this is going. Okay. So I prayed that, okay, you ain't got to stop.
He prayed that shit up out of me.
Yep, sure did.
At the end of the day, he prayed. I don't even really, but you know what? Now that I'm happy with you and everything, I don't even really want to drink. And I think that changes a lot of things of who you with in your surroundings.
Absolutely. So there you go.
Thank you, my love.
You've already done it. So that's it. I told you it was going to be quick and short. Woman.
Oh my God. I'm going to pray about that.
Perfect Pair Podcast. Make sure y'all download, subscribe, go tell 3 more people this week to check us out. Because once you listen one time, you're going to be hooked.
Already.
Boom. Go follow us on social media at The Perfect Pair Podcast. Deuces.
Bye.
So pretty much, ladies and gentlemen, billy goats and girls and bats and everything else.
Why do you do that? Just say ladies and gentlemen, or just say hi. We are here to tell you guys where to subscribe.
Why are you talking like that? You don't even talk like that. Talk
I know,
yourself.
because I'm waiting for you. Okay.
Subscribe.
Okay. Subscribe. Please listen. You will not be sorry.
Did you just fart?
No. That's your breath. Oh.
Oh, comeback time. Oh.
Bye.